No, that is not a really big mushroom. Welcome to Howdy Reviews. Let's unbox and assemble a new garden umbrella-style propane patio heater. Open it up and the first thing out of the box is the top post that will hold the heater and the reflector. Next out is a cylinder housing that covers the base and the gas tank. Then we get a little box we'll check later. More goodies in cardboard. These are support brackets. And the umbrella reflector parts are in bubble wrap. A big cardboard box. And, finally, the base of the stand. Back to the big box. That holds the assembled heater head unit. The little box has the zip-up cover, along with the ever-important instructions, the gas hose with regulator, the wheel kit, and a hardware package, including a 13mm and 10mm stamped wrench to do the assembly. All the parts are accounted for and laid out. Now let's get started with assembly. The first step is to put the wheels on. The hole pattern only matches one place on the base. The bolts and nuts are clearly marked on the hardware card, so it is easy to get the right ones. Put the bolts through the wheel assembly and onto the base, then finger tighten the nuts. The heater only weighs about 35 pounds empty, but you do want the wheels as a full 20-pound cylinder is about 35 pounds, and it makes it quite a handful to pick up and carry. Tighten the nuts with the wrench and you quickly find a problem with the kit. You have one wrench, but you need to hold both the bolt and the nut. I grabbed a 13mm by 10mm combination wrench I already had. With the nuts tight, the wheels roll easily. Put on the support brackets with the tab and the bent over top both pointing toward the center of the base. The nuts are already welded in the base. Finger tight is enough for now until we line things up later. Go around and do all three brackets. With the brackets loosely in place, now we do the top post. It has a hole all the way through for the gas line. The hardware card is marked clearly. Insert 2 bolts per bracket and hand tighten the nuts while you line up all the connections. Now tighten all the nuts on the top and the bottom of the brackets. I didn't need a second wrench for any of these. It's getting a little tall inside. Time to move outside so we have room to put on the cylinder cover. Slide it down over the top post and support brackets with the gas access hole and label on the same side as the label on the top post. Now it's back inside to work on the heater head. The studs and washers are well marked on the hardware card. Place a washer and stud in each of the 3 top holes of the heater head. Finger tight is enough. Flip the heater head over and remove the 4 side bolts that will be used to mount the head on the top post. Now attach the gas hose to the heater head. Tighten the gas hose with a 19mm wrench, which was not included. Outside again, drop the regulator end of the gas hose down the top post and keep feeding hose until you get the heater head inserted in the top of the post. Line up the heater controls with the label on the post and install the 4 bolts you removed 3 steps ago. Inside again, Far and away the toughest job in this assembly is removing the sticky protective film from the umbrella reflector parts. The adhesive is strong and the film stretches and tears as you try to peel it. The film is on before the pieces are formed, so some of the film is wrapped inside the edge beading, making it even harder to remove. So, after way too much fighting, I called in reinforcements. And my wife figured out you should get the film off the outside of the bead first by rubbing it with your thumb. That makes it less difficult to get the film to pull out of the inside of the bead. It still takes a lot of work and time to work the film off, but it has to be off clean or it will burn when you light the heater. Grab the screws and cap nuts to start assembling the reflector pieces. Place two outer pieces together with the flange overlapping. Insert the screw from what will be the top outer side. Then finger tighten a cap nut. The first one is hardest to align and hold. The rest are much easier. Work around the outside three pieces, overlapping each flange. Fit the center piece on the middle flange and insert screws and cap nuts at each joint. With the three flanges together, come back and do the three middle connections. Then finish up by snugging each with the wrench. Outside yet again, put washers on the three studs on top of the heater head and fit the umbrella reflector. Fit another washer to each stud and spin on the wing nuts. The assembly of included parts is complete. It looks like a patio heater now. Unpack and unzip the cover to slide over the reflector. It may be a challenge if you aren't tall. I used the breeze to my advantage. Then just zip down the side for a good-looking protective cover. Leftover parts. On the right is a second set of screws and cap nuts for the reflector assembly that were not needed. On the left were parts that came with the heater head, and there were no instructions to use them. The heater head may be common to several different heater models, and the parts weren't needed on this one. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, click the thumbs up and subscribe. Oh, wait, what? You wanted to see the not included cylinder hooked up, light the heater, and see how it does? Well, here you go. Lift up the cylinder cover and prop it on the support braces. Take advantage of the bolt head to keep the cover from slipping. Connect the gas hose and regulator to the LP cylinder. The nut on the hose is nice and big for an easy grip to turn it tight. Place the cylinder on the base and lower the cylinder cover. You will see something I don't much like. The regulator pushes the gas hose against the side of the cylinder cover. Reach through the access port to open the cylinder gas valve. Push and hold the temperature valve down and turn it to high. Wait a few seconds for the gas to flow, then press the igniter every few seconds until the gas lights. Continue to hold it down for 10 seconds until the safety valve heats up, then turn the temperature to low for 5 minutes until everything heats up. We had a 10-mile-an-hour breeze whipping around the house, and it ignited for me on the first try. Even with the breeze, I could feel a bit of heat on low. After it is warm, you can set the temperature to your desire. When you're done, just turn off the temperature valve, turn off the cylinder valve, and let it all cool down before covering and storing the heater. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, click the thumbs up as it really helps us help others. And subscribe to see what else we may get up to. Here are some other videos you might find interesting.